Welcome into WagerTalk TV. We are breaking down the Oklahoma Sooners and the Texas Longhorns. In this video, we got Oklahoma -2, 72 being the total in the Red River rivalry here. Dave, coming to you. What are you thinking with this 12 noon kickoff in the Big 12?
Well, the first thing you can say is that thanks to their performances so far this season, this is in reality the last big game of the year for both Oklahoma and Texas. Oklahoma's already played their way out of the playoff competition, and Texas wasn't going to be there anyway. But this is a huge rivalry, and it should be a very exciting game. I think the key for me in this game is experience at the quarterback position. Rattler has a much higher ceiling, but right now it's the Texas quarterback Ensminger has he has a big experience edge. And I think that's really going to be the difference in this game. We've seen a lot of mistakes out of Rattler so far. He's still growing into the position. I think those mistakes could be the difference in this football game. I rate the teams very close to even. Maybe a tiny bit of an edge for Oklahoma, which is where the number is right now, so not much in terms of value. But in terms of analyzing the matchup itself, I go to the quarterback position, and I think Texas wins that position battle on Saturday. So I think they're going to win the game.
He's Dave Koch and WagerTalk.com. We also got Ralph Michaels, WagerTalk.com. Ralph, interested in your opinion here. We got the Red River rivalry, 12 noon on Fox. What are you thinking?
All right, Dave, here goes my notes. Thanks. I think the more experienced quarterback wins this game. And I actually did have that, and that was going to be most of my statement. For how many past years Oklahoma has had a Heisman winner in this game, and it's made the difference. The games have come down close. Couple things that concern me for Oklahoma. Losing to Kansas State with a 117-yard edge is one thing. You had an 18 first down edge in that game. But then you go to Iowa State, you're getting outgained. On the O-line, they've allowed 9 sacks this year in 3 games. Looking back to last year, Oklahoma as a whole didn't allow 9 sacks through the first 9 games. So I think that's an issue. That's the youngness with Spencer Rattler. Texas, on the flip side, has only allowed 2 sacks. That was at Texas Tech on the road. For those that want the fair food, the funnel cakes and such, the fair is actually called off this year. They are going to have 25,000 tickets, 12,000 split, but the atmosphere much different in Dallas than in years past. Remember, Tom Herman, 16-4 as a dog ATS, 11 outright upsets. You can say he's not really a dog, but I still think Texas looks as themselves as a dog in this game. I'm going to call for Texas to win the game. Oklahoma to have a 3rd straight loss, which we'll have to go to the record books to see how long ago that's happened. But better quarterback, both defenses having their issues, but the experienced quarterback with the team that's still playing for something with Texas, I think gets it done here.
And Dave, quickly back to you on this line. We're seeing, Oklahoma -2, -1.5 as we're talking right now. Do you see this going off as maybe the Texas side taking some money and going off as a favorite by kickoff?
No, I think it's going to be. This actually might end up being a black game for the books. I can't say that for sure, but I think there's going to be. It's a rivalry battle, and I think it's going to be one of those battles that gets a lot of action on both sides. It's not really at a number where people are going to be teasing it, even though college teasers are a bad idea, period. I think it's maybe slightly more action on the Texas side, given that Oklahoma's lost 2 games, but I don't see a lot of dramatic line movement here.
Okay, and Ralph, closing words to you. Do you see the Texas side going off as the favorite? And with your bet, would you suggest the money line or with the points?
I have no problems if you're taking Texas taking the money line, but with that said, I don't think Texas becomes the favorite either. I think there's enough Oklahoma backers that'll say, okay, listen, the Iowa State game and the Kansas State game, we're -4 turnovers on the year for the Oklahoma Sooners. We expect to be able to force those turnovers and turn those things around. So I think there'll be enough Sooners money, and even if this line ticks back 1, it wouldn't even surprise me to get closer to Texas 2, 2.5, to get Oklahoma laying 2 or 2.5 to Texas.
Okay, good stuff from Ralph Michaels at CalSportsLV on Twitter. Find him at WagerTalk.com. Also, Dave Koken, WagerTalk.com. And guys, always remember, Tuesdays, $2 Tuesday at both WagerTalk and SportsMemo.com.